Let's go next to, oh boy, I have no idea how to say this name. I believe it's a Scottish name. It looks
Yeah,
like
it
it would
is.
be, I'm going to just take a wild guess at how it's pronounced, even though there's so many
Go for
letters.
it.
Is it pronounced Rory?
You are very close. It is Rory.
Rory. Okay.
Rory.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah. Hi.
Rory from Scotland, welcome to the program.
Hi there.
What's on your mind today?
I was just thinking, just because I have sort of like an outside view of the US, obviously being from across the pond. I was just wondering what your opinion was on the sort of like global right wing populist movement. Whether you think it was as strong as it was back in 2000 during the 2010s when Brexit happened and Trump got elected and all that, or do you think now it's in more of a retreat? And you see some of these extreme policies come from the Republicans and the conservatives over here as the last kind of like flailing of a sort of like ideology that's kind of failing at the moment.
I don't have anything empirical to tell you globally about whether the right-wing populist movement is in retreat or not. My feeling, okay, so I'm just going by feeling, and I know facts don't care about feelings, but I have no facts, so I'm going to give you my feelings.
Right.
My feeling is that because of the losses that the MAGA right-wing populist movement has suffered now multiple elections in a row in the United States, and the degree to which anti-woke doesn't seem to be winning and they're suffering legal defeats and moral defeats, my feeling is that it is at least starting a retreat at this time.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that gets us in terms of like the 2024 election necessarily.
Yeah, for sure. Like I kind of in the UK, it's kind of the same because you have the conservatives who have like been trounced at local elections and they're polling really badly nationally, but they're still like pushing the same sort of like culture war policies that have just kind of been imported from America. So like the whole trans rights debates has flared up, especially where I'm from in Scotland. So I think just looking over here, I think in some places like the US and the UK, it is faltering quite a lot just because of not necessarily the ideology in itself, but the incompetent people behind it.
It's both, right? I mean, you can take bad ideas and popularize them with competent demagogues. You can take good ideas and see them lose miserably because the messengers aren't good. Both can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask. Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Appreciate
Cheers.
it. Great to hear from you. Excellent. Always welcoming our Scottish callers. Let's go to Gene from Long Island. Gene, welcome to the David Pakman Show. What is on your mind today?
Hello?
Hi, you're on the air.
Awesome. My dad has raised me as a progressive, and the thing I've cared most about while growing up is reproductive rights.
Okay.
And so we've been blaming the GOP and Trump taking credit for overturning Roe. But looking back, I'm thinking the Democrats should have made sure this right remained in place. They knew the GOP was planning and plotting for all these years. And my other, I wanted to get your thoughts on that, and also how I can help in this fight to get those reproductive rights back. I've donated to Planned Parenthood, but if you had any insight on that as well.
So the first criticism is a fair one, which is, couldn't Democrats, when they did control the House and Senate and presidency, have codified Roe v. Wade such that it would no longer be up to the Supreme Court to do away with it? Is that more or less the critique, Gene?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's completely fair. My question is, if Obama couldn't even get background checks done with the House and Senate after the Sandy Hook shooting, could they really have codified Roe v. Wade? I don't know the answer. But I think as a criticism, it's completely fair.
Yeah.
So there's a practical question.
It's something that actually upsets me a lot because this is something I've cared about for a long time. So, looking into the future, hopefully at some point we can get that back. And I just don't know how that would be.
Now, in terms of your other question, what is the best use of your time, money, resources, whatever, in order to, essentially what you're saying is keep abortion legal and maintain access to it for people who want to access it. With Roe v. Wade being done away with, right now, this is a state issue. So in the states that have passed restrictive laws, you could argue it makes sense to focus there. So I don't know exactly whether it should be focus on getting candidates at the state level in these states that have essentially banned abortion to get elected so maybe they can overturn it. Or is it donating to Planned Parenthood of Florida or Texas or whatever? I don't pretend to know exactly. Probably it's an all of the above approach, but I think that for as long as it remains a state issue, which it is right now, the focus for activists should be on the states in which it is most in peril.
Awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, Gene from Long Island, great to hear from you. Very strong questions today, I must say. One of our sponsors today is Bon Charge. I have always enjoyed dry saunas. You get in there, your heart rate is up, dilates the blood vessels, can soothe achy joints and muscles. It's relaxing. It's just a great way to remove a little stress. Bon Charge is the creator of the infrared sauna blanket, which you can enjoy from home. Super easy to set up. Heats up fast. You don't have to have your head inside like at a traditional sauna at the gym. Nice for meditating or reading, getting work done, relaxing. I have found it to be a great way to unwind at the end of a long day. Easy to clean, sleek, lightweight design, easy to store, and comes with a 12-month warranty. And of course, if you don't love it, returns are super easy. But I think you will love it. And you'll get 15% off when you go to boncharge.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.